Oh, who do we have here? Look at you, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You wanna come with me? Okay, let's go kill some Daedra. Hello and welcome to Oblivion Mods and More Episode 3. Also, I decided, this game shall from now on be known as Oblivion RE Remastered Edition. It sounds better. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Oh, the horse. Yeah, it has been like this since I started the game. I don't know either. I also have a frying pan. Look, seriously, I don't know, don't ask. Anyway, in this episode we have mods to fix some of the most noticeable shortcomings this new release of the game has, plus some quality of life and fun mods. First of all, as you might have noticed, we got pets! Like Rex, your loyal dog. Oh yes, he is very loyal. He can be found at the Imperial City Waterfront, but he will instantly start moving in your direction. Yes, he will always follow you, forever, literally. You cannot even dismiss him. Yes, seriously. And the other dog follower is simple dog follower Clancy. He can be found in the ruins of Seyatartar. Yes, those names in Oblivion. He can be recruited or dismissed by clicking on him. So now we have two dogs. It seems Rex stays a bit closer while following though, talking about separation issues. Also, both dogs will obviously help you in combat, and you don't have to worry, they are both essential. Ah, Rex! Oh, what happened? I thought you were supposed to be... Oh, never mind. I guess he was just playing dead there. Yes, that's a good boy. And then there is also the mod called Coops Creature Companion Collection. This one adds a lot of simple follower creatures: a wolf, a minotaur, a clanfear, a Daedra, a mud crab, a mountain lion, and even a fire atronach, for known reasons, I guess. They are actually all separate files, so you can download whoever you want. They are called simple followers because they look just like regular creatures and will just follow you, with no extra dialogue or anything. However, they can all be recruited and dismissed, they are obviously all essential, and they even come with a spell, so you can summon them to your location. So actually quite cool pets to have at your side. Okay, next we are going to talk about some more important mods. The Unofficial Oblivion Remastered patch, for example. Just like for other big Bethesda games, this is a comprehensive collection of bug fixes of all kinds of issues. Scripts, quests, NPCs, items, you name it. Some people apparently prefer to play with bugs because they believe it gives the game a very special charm. However, if you get stuck in some buggy quests you can't complete, it's not so fun. Besides, I'm pretty sure many mods in the future will have this as a requirement, so you should definitely get it. Another very important mod is keep your stats after RaceMenu. We all like to change our character's appearance with show RaceMenu. Unfortunately, in this game it also resets the character's stats. So instead of tediously restoring the stats by hand, we can use this mod. It adds a spell called Save RaceMenu. You have to cast it before you use the Show RaceMenu command. Later, after you are done editing your character, you have to cast this spell again to restore your stats to the way they were before. However, make sure to equip the spell again after you leave the character customization. It will look like you still have it equipped, but apparently it is only the animation, and the actual spell isn't really equipped. So to restore your stats you will have to equip it again and then cast it. And one more mod you'll really want is leveled creature and item diversity, because in this game as you progress and level up, so do the leveled lists. That means you'll see stronger monsters show up and the enemies will also have better gear. But that also means that weaker creatures and low-grade armor and weapons will completely disappear from the game world at some point. You will for example encounter enemies with glass armor, but mithril or hide will no longer be distributed. And this is exactly what this mod is for. It changes the max level difference between player and enemies. So that way weak, low-level enemies will still show up. There are, however, mods that do the same thing in a way more complex way. Descension, for example, completely overhauls the leveled loot distribution. This mod, for example, completely removes the high-tier items like Daedra or Ebony from common NPCs. Boss NPCs will also have more randomized gear. This mod also increases loot you can find in chests to make up for the lower gear on NPCs. There are many more changes, like, for example, the chance to find enchanted arrows, or also balancing the drop rate of scrolls, potions and jewelry a bit. There are many more minor changes to loot and balancing this mod brings. The thing is, this mod is actually a light version of a way more complex mod, and if you want the full package you should also take a look at the mod Ascension instead. Now this one is really a hardcore complete overhaul. The thing is, I said take a look because this is all you can do for now, because this mod is currently only available for the original Oblivion and has not yet been ported to RE. So yeah, I guess there is no need to talk too much about it now. Anyway, another mod you can get already is Enemy Weapon Stays on Corpse. It's a really simple mod that glues the weapons to your enemy's hands, so they don't fly away when the enemies are defeated. Because unlike in later Bethesda games, here in Oblivion, if the weapon flies away, you do not see it in the inventory. With this mod, however, will the weapons not only stick to enemy hands, but also actually show up in the inventory. So definitely something that will save you some headache. Next we have a couple of map-related mods you will probably want. A more complete world map, for example, is a very nice alternative. I went here for the 8K textures obviously, and as you can see everything looks sharp, even when zooming in all the way. This map also adds some missing roads and lakes, and also the different colored roads are a very nice touch. Additionally, if you don't like this super colorful theme and prefer the original more, there are a lot of options during the installation. Here we have a desaturated map, for example, a monochrome one, and even one that resembles the classic from 2006. So lots of cool options. And then you might also get the additional map markers mod. This one adds markers for locations like player homes, pilgrimage way shrines, doomstones, runestones, highlight wells and so on. So you will be able to fast travel to all those locations easily in case you need buffs or something. Definitely a useful thing to have. Okay, next we are going to talk about the characters a bit again. The body mods of the first episode already caused all kinds of reactions, but many people were like, wait a minute, you didn't include the Spider Daedra boob mod, what is going on? Well, of course, you are right, I apologize. How can we possibly play without our Spider Daedras having their booba out? Absolutely inconceivable. So here you go with the Spider Mummy mod, which does pretty much that. The Spider Daedras will try to confuse you with their boobas before eating you. The funny thing is, it also applies to the tiny spiders they summon, since it's the same model. And to make up, I will even throw in the Arachno Mummy mod. This one does the same thing, but it seems to have an even bigger asset enhancement, and even with jiggle physics. It also gives the Spider Daedras a more smooth, human-like skin. So I guess with this now everybody should be satisfied. But on a serious note, a mod you really wanna get is realistic high-quality skin. This one really makes a huge difference. The vanilla textures kinda look like your character has goosebumps all the time, or something like that. It is really noticeable if you zoom in certain lightings. And this mod makes the skin really smooth but still very realistic looking. It can of course be used with different body mods too. Okay, then we also have Young Textures Revamped, a retexture of the age setting for characters' faces. Even if you set to the youngest setting, the characters in this game have a lot of wrinkles and look like they are in their 40s. So this mod takes care of that and makes the faces actually look young. You know, it's like in early 2000s movies like the first Spider-Man, where high scholars are played by way older people. I mean, Toby was 26 back then, but you know what I mean. Next we have Female Locomotion Replacer. This is actually really cool, because it gives female characters unique walk and run animations. It also applies to sprinting of course, and even seems to tweak the idle stance a bit. It's actually amazing that such personalized animations are already possible now, without the creation kit like with previous games. So female characters will actually look more feminine with this, whatever they do. It is nothing exaggerated of course, like in some certain sexy move mods for Skyrim, basically just like realistic animations, so that there is some variety and the characters don't look exactly the same. The next mod we have here is Colovian cuts. This adds 4 somewhat longer hairstyles, fully functioning with physics. It is however the same problem here. Since we don't have the creation kit yet, we cannot add new standalone hairstyles. So in other words, all these hairstyles just replace an existing one. Yes, they all replace the short bangs plus braided buns hairstyle. That means you can have only one new hairstyle at a time. So while this is the first cool hairstyle mods, and they do look really nice, it is still lame that we cannot properly integrate them into the game. We also have a mod for NPCs exclusively, Hooded Outlaws. Yes, this really is a very simple mod that adds a chance for NPCs like bandits, highwaymen and vampires to wear hoods. You know, to make them look like actual bad guys who wants to hide their identity. Makes sense. If somebody wants to rob you, they should totally wear a hood, or we will not take them seriously. I mean, we probably won't either way, but at least with vampires it makes perfect sense to wear hoods, right? Although they will still grill in the sun, but I guess that's their problem. But check this out, next we have an interesting combat mod, it's called Attack-Cancelling. We had something like this for Skyrim 2 as a matter of fact. Basically it allows you to block in the middle of a swing and that way fake your attack, so to say. This way it will be possible to react to incoming attacks more efficiently, especially if you use a heavy two-handed weapon with really slow swings. This mod will give you a way to be defensively successful in combat. It may sound simple, but it certainly makes quite a difference. And now we are going to take a look at pretty much the first player home, Elis Waterfront Shack Overhaul. Well, it's not a completely new player home, just an upgrade to the first and cheapest one you can get, the tiny shack in the Imperial City Waterfront. Oh yeah, I still remember how hyped I was back then when I finally gathered 2000 gold coins and bought it, and then entered it and thought, what the quark, it looked so run down and lame. So this mod adds a nice garden and of course lots of nice interior decorations to make it super cozy, so that you are not too disappointed with your first player home. This is a mod by Eleonora by the way, and she does what she can do best, plugging clutter everywhere like crazy, almost without bugs. Now let's see if Eleonora still got it though. This better be... nope, it's not the last Argonian made by the bed, how can you? And this here, no, it's not it either. Much disappointment. Oh, and the pot fell down. Let me just put it back. Oh wow, wait, you cannot even rotate objects in this game? Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Well, at least we have a dog. So yes, it's certainly a nice player home. And this is it for this episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endorse the mods you like. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more cool mods. I thank you all for watching and see you around.